Let me say crisscross applesauce before we get this started. Good morning, everyone. My name is Jess. I like to post daily vlogs, day in my life. So if you're interested in that, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Today we're going to do something a little different though. I want to sit down and talk to you guys about my 2025 goals. Things I want to accomplish, things I want to change, and how I plan on getting there. I know plans change throughout the year, but this is the plan as of today, December 31st, 2024. Tomorrow starts 2025, so I'm going to implement all of these starting tomorrow, which is crazy. 2025 starts tomorrow. I have my list down here in front of me of my health goals, family and friend goals, work, career / study goals, financial, travel. There's an other group, and then just additional little things that didn't fit into any of those topics at all. So for health and well-being, my 2025 New Year's resolution is to be able to run a half marathon in 2026. I understand that's like a 2026 goal, but I know it's going to take me probably throughout the entire year to train myself to run that long. I've never been a runner. I just can't run. I can't run. It's not something I've ever been good at. This is something brand new for me, completely brand new. I love to walk on the treadmill. I walk at least 3 to 4 miles every day, whether it's on the treadmill. Right now it's on the treadmill because it's winter, or outside. So running is something new. I've never been a runner, ever been a runner. So I thought this is a good goal for me because I already enjoy walking. So why not move walking to jogging and then jogging to running? My big plan is to be able to run the Disney Half Marathon in January 2026. I want my first big race to be Disney. If you don't know me, I am a huge Disney fan. I love Disney, and if I could afford it, I'd go down multiple times a year. Unfortunately, it's been a couple years since I've been there. So 2026 is going to be an exciting year for me, and I need to start working in 2025 in order to get those goals met. This year, 2024, this is still 2024 that I'm filming this, I wanted to learn how to crochet. I tried it years and years ago, and it just didn't work out for me. This year, I think it was March, I finally sat down and was like, okay, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to learn how to crochet. I would put YouTube videos on, and I would watch them crochet as I would crochet, and that's how I learned. And now I love to crochet. It's one of the mindless things that you could do. It's a nice, set your phone on silent, set it down, set it aside, and you can just sit there and focus and have just, a peace of mind. You don't have to worry about anything. You're just sitting there and crocheting. I've made a bunch of blankets. I made 2 cardigans for myself this year. I made a purse. I also made Christmas presents, crochet Christmas presents for everyone this year. If I didn't do that, if I didn't sit down and learn how to do that, then I would have never hit my goal. So 2025 goal, learn how to run long distances, so then I can do the half marathon in January. We're going to have a special guest now. Say hi, Donkey. Another goal, fitness goal for me for 2025 is to implement weight training. I don't do that at all, which I feel like with running, weight training is also in there because you have to get your muscles stronger to keep that endurance going when you run. So weight training is also going to be another goal of mine. My husband is also going to join me on this one. So it's kind of like a joint 2025 resolution is to start lifting weights together. We do have a complete gym downstairs. That was one thing that we wanted to do when we bought our house, was to do a gym downstairs so we could work out together, and we're going to definitely be putting it to use in 2025. I want to drink more water a day. I already drink 2 30-ounce Stanley cups, so 60 ounces a day. I want to do 3. So just adding an additional Stanley cup of water is part of one of my goals. I'm holding my invisible Stanley. I hope you all enjoy it. And then drink more greens. I love the bloom greens. The mango ones are my favorite. I don't get enough greens in during the day. I'm not going to lie about that one. So I feel like drinking them when it's a good flavor is definitely going to help that. And I can always add it to one of my waters, so then I can get my water goal and my green goal in at the same time. For work and career, I want to get a new certification. I am a nurse. I'm a nurse in the ER. I do have my stroke certification that I need to renew this year, so that doesn't count. I want to get some type of new certification this year. I'm not quite sure what it is yet. I need to do a little bit more research what would benefit me more while working in the ER, so that's one of my goals. I also need to renew my license this year. I want to get all of my CEUs done by July. So as soon as that I can renew my license, I can just get it done and over with, so I'm not stressing out and having it done by Halloween. Because October 31st is the day, like the end day to renew your nursing license. I'd like to get it done by July so I'm not stressed out towards the end of the year. Study. I want to learn new crochet patterns, which I'm going to kind of put another little plug in here. I got a deck of cards and it's different granny crochet squares, and my plan for this year is every Sunday we're going to sit down together and we're going to learn how to make a new granny square. The first one we're just going to do a simple granny square, because that was the one thing I struggled with when I was learning how to crochet, is just how to do a simple granny square. So we're going to do that, and then they'll get more complex throughout the year, so I hope you enjoy watching those, because I know I'm going to enjoy making them for everyone. And then I figured at the end of the year we can put them all together and make just one big blanket, and it'll show, you worked hard throughout the year. You learned 50 new crochet patterns throughout this year. I thought that would be a nice goal too. And then I also want to read 20 books. This year I did not reach my book goal. I'm on Goodreads if you're interested. I'll put my link or my profile down in the description if you want to follow me. But I'm going to pull it up on my phone real fast and see how many books I read. I haven't read since September. Life just got in the way, I'm not going to lie. But at the beginning of the year, I read some hefty books. I read the whole Crescent City series in like 2 months. So I feel like that was a lot to read within 2 months if you know how thick those books are. This year, let's see, 2024 reading challenge. So this year I read 11 books. It's not my goal. My goal every year is 320. I read 11, so that's 11 more than not reading at all. So I'm not upset with that, but I wish I did have time to read some more of the books that I wanted to read. I normally in January look at all my books that are down here. A lot of these are TBRs that I need to read, because once I read them and they're not 5 stars for me, I like to donate them to the library so then someone else can enjoy them. So mainly all of these are books that I need to read. I like to go through at the beginning of the year, every January, and kind of pick out at least 10 of these books that I want to read for sure, and then I put them on a list. And then as I read them, I cross them off the list. I rank them, 0 to 5 stars, and then my 5 stars stay. Anything below 5 star, honestly, anything below 4.5 star gets donated to the library for someone else to enjoy. So I feel like that's a nice way of giving back to my community every year, that I do buy these books and then I donate them to the library so someone else can enjoy them. My family and friends goals, I want to do a date night out and a date night at home every month. One date night out, one date night at home every month. Doesn't matter what day it is. It could be on a random Tuesday. It could be a Saturday. It doesn't matter what it is. It can literally just be going out to eat to dinner and coming home, or ordering takeout and watching a movie, cooking together. I definitely want to do something with Gunner at least twice a month. That's just us. Just dedicated to us. Because I feel like in 2024, especially these last few months leading up to Christmas, we haven't really done any date nights or anything that's like just dedicated to us two. It's always just as like a family, or he's doing his thing, I'm doing my thing. And those are nice nights where you can go ahead, honey, you can go play your video games while I sit up here and I watch YouTube while I crochet, or I hang out with Ella. But I feel like we need to do more stuff together. So 2 nights a month I feel like is easy to accomplish together for sure. So it might turn into more than 2 nights, maybe weekly date nights. But for right now, the goal is 1 night out and 1 night in a month. And for my friends are scattered out everywhere. I have one friend that lives in town who I see the most, but everyone else is like scattered throughout the area. And I would like to get everyone together for like at least one, like a brunch or like a lunch or a dinner or something at least once a month for all of us to get together, no kids, just us girls, just like how it was back in the day before we all became parents or married, and just get together and sit down and talk, girl talk. It's definitely needed for sure. I can tell when my friend depletion is getting pretty low, and right now it's at a 0. So I can't wait to see all you girls this coming month. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I haven't planned anything yet, but we're gonna do it, and you don't have a freaking choice. For my financial goals, I only have 2 as of right now. First financial goal is for me and Gunnar to sit down together once a month, at the beginning of the month, and decide what are we gonna pay off, how much are we gonna put back, how much do we have to spend, comparing the previous month, how much should we spend in gas, how much should we spend in groceries, how much should we spend eating out, and improve that month to month. So then by 2026, we have a set goal every single month to know, okay, this is what we have set aside for this is what we have set aside for that. And I feel like that will help tremendously, because I feel like every month right now, we kind of, I don't want to say we spend crazy, but we definitely overspend on things that we don't need to be spending on, because we don't really have budgets. Budgets. Set a budget. We need to set budgets for sure. So my first big financial goal is to put $5,000 away into an emergency fund / savings. And then our second is to pay off 3 credit cards. Just have them completely paid off, 3 credit cards. Gunnar thinks, I kind of talked to him about this, about my personal financial goals, and he thinks that we'll be able to accomplish this within the next few months. And I'm like, okay, that's great. Those are my 2 goals that I want to do for this year, is pay off 3 of my credit cards and then put $5,000 back in savings. So if we can do that, then we can add more financial goals throughout the year, which is exciting. But we definitely need to sit down probably tomorrow and put out a plan for January's financial goals. That's another goal. Once a month, sit down. Okay. Travel. My travel goals this year, I don't really have many, because I am going to see My Chemical Romance and Stray Kids. My Chemical Romance is in Philly and Stray Kids is in DC. So I don't really have any travel plans besides that as of right now, but I would like to go to 2 new places. Whether that be in the tri-state area that I've never been to before, if it's out of the area, I want to go to 2 new places, which is kind of lofty because I've been to Philly and I've been to DC before, so those don't count. But 2 new places. If you have any ideas within the tri-state Ohio Valley area where I could drive to and make like a day trip or a weekend trip out of that you don't think I've been to before, please put the ideas down below, because I'm always open for new ideas and things to do, and those can honestly even be like date nights. Just a thought, just putting that out there. Also, plan a vacation for 2026. We have house goals going on this year, so unfortunately a vacation isn't going to happen this year. So we're going to plan a vacation for 2026. That way we don't have financial issues this year. I understand that freaking sucks, but 2026 is going to be the year of vacations. We didn't take one this year in 2024, and we're not going to take one next year in 2025, so 2026 is the year for taking vacations. Not that we're going to take a lot. Maybe a big one and then like a small little one, and that's it. So speaking of house goals, we have house goals of stuff we want to do this year. We bought our house in May of 2023. And there's been things that we've been wanting to do, but we also wanted to live here for a while and see if it is something that we absolutely did want to do, and they are. First is our kitchen. We don't really have a lot of cabinet space or counter space, unfortunately, and I hate how our stove is just floating off into the distance. I mentioned it briefly in my Christmas Day video. If you want to go back and watch that, I'll put a little, is it up on this corner? Or is it this corner? I'll put a little thing up here as a link to that, so if you want to see what my kitchen looks like, you can watch that video. It's definitely in there because I ranted about it in that video. But I definitely want to add more counter space and more cabinets. That is absolutely going to happen this year. Our landing area for going upstairs, I have a peel and stick brick wallpaper up there that is just coming down. I honestly had to cut it and piece it together because the way that it was made wasn't lining up. So I want to peel that down and paint it, but I'm not quite sure what I want to paint it yet. I was thinking like a lime wash, but the rest of my house isn't lime washed, so would it look funky if I lime washed it, or should I just do a solid color? So if you have any ideas if I should do lime wash or if I should do a solid color, leave it below. And what color should I do? Our house is mainly like greens, browns, grays, and blacks. I don't want to get like too out there with the other colors. I like to keep them pretty neutral. So if you have any ideas, also leave that down in the comment box down there. And then our back porch. We want to build a back porch off of the back of our house. We just have like a sidewalk landing strip of concrete, and that is our back porch. We definitely want something bigger out there so we can enjoy the outdoors, the backyard, and be outside more, because right now the sidewalk that we have kind of goes down at a slope, unfortunately, so you can't like put seating or anything out there, and then the yard goes at a slope as well. So putting a nice back porch out there is going to be amazing. That is our summer vacation, unfortunately, this year, is to add a porch. And lastly is our entryway into the back of the house. It is kind of like a split level. You can either go downstairs or go up to our kitchen, and it's very small, and that's the only place where we can put like shoes and jackets and whatnot when we come in, and that's where we let Duncan outside to use the restroom as well. So it's pretty messy. It's very cramped, very small, very cluttered. It's very, very cluttered because of where we have our shoes and the jackets. So I want to completely redo that. My father-in-law made us a shoe organizer to screw into the wall for Christmas, which is exciting because there is like this little weird bump in area to where we can just kind of like put it there, and it's hidden away, so that'll definitely help with the shoe clutter. But the jacket clutter and then the Duncan clutter definitely needs to find a home. And I would like to also redo the carpet on the steps. It's kind of like an outdoor carpet that the owners put on the steps previously, which I covered up with like a cheap runner. I just nailed it in and kind of hid the rough carpetness. I want to rip all that out and do something that's going to be easier to clean, because when Duncan comes in, when it's muddy outside, they get muddy, so I have to scrub them constantly. Cat hair gets stuck to it, because we do have 3 cats, and obviously cats shed. Cat hair gets stuck to it, and it's rough to clean, and I would like to just do maybe like a wood step with runners, like a runner that I could take off and wash and put back, something that I could scrub and clean easily, because I feel like it's cluttered and dirty and messy and nasty all the time, and is the place in my entire house that I hate. I hate it so much, so my plan is to do that. We have 4 plans. One of them is going to be easy. 3 of them are going to be a little rough, but throughout this year, I think we'll be able to accomplish all 4 of them without any issues. My personal goals for this year. So I just started YouTube up again this December. I used to do it years ago, and I loved doing it, but I honestly got real nervous of what people thought of me on here. And now that I'm in my 30s, I just don't care what you think of me on here. If that makes sense. I've been wanting to do YouTube for a very long time, and restarting this took a lot. It took a lot of me to get back on here and put myself back out here onto the internet for anyone to watch. For some reason, I cared about what people from high school thought of me, and I haven't been in high school in 15 years. My plan for YouTube is to be posting 3 times a week, whether that be daily vlogging, my crochet. I also am a new vegetarian, unfortunately, not by choice. Meat randomly one day just tasted real funny to me, so I need to learn how to make some vegetarian meals that I can also put meat in for the rest of my family, so we're going to learn how to do that together. So those are 3 ideas I have right there to begin with. And then just, random stuff throughout the year that I attend. So I hope you will all enjoy what I post on here throughout the year. I want to teach Duncan how to walk on a leash. We got him as a puppy in November of last year, so while he was like in his crucial learning moments, it was winter outside. It was snowing, it was raining, it was wet, it was muddy. There was no way to teach him how to walk on a leash. So now when we put him on the leash, he is a literal crackhead. crackhead. I don't know how else to explain it. He is nuts. He will pull you, he will drag you, he will knock you down. My plan is to teach him how to walk on a leash, so then when I do my walks outside, I can just take him with me. This way he can get energy out and exercise as I'm exercising, and he won't be so crazy while we're inside the house. You know, if there's days where we're cooped up, if we just take a little 15-minute walk, if he can learn how to walk on the leash, that'd be great. I also would like to become a morning person. With being a nurse, you do flip schedules, so you work day shift and night shift. Luckily, knock on wood, my schedule has mainly been day shifts, so lately I have been waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning and starting my day at that time, and I feel more productive than I do when I sleep in until 9 or 10, because I feel like half the day is gone by the time I wake up. It's just going to benefit me more for doing things around the house, having time to sit down to myself, because I feel like when I wake up at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the morning, I have to wake up, rush to get ready, rush to clean the house, so then I can sit down towards the end of the day and have nothing to do. You know, those candle moments when the house is clean and you have the candles burning and no one's allowed to touch anything. I want more of those moments, and I feel like being a morning person is going to help me have more of those moments. Another one is to crochet in my office only. As you can see, I rearranged my office. I got rid of some furniture in here. It's still a little messy. I still got to organize some of my shelves and whatnot, but I want to crochet in here only. That was the plan whenever I got my office, was to crochet in the office only, but it has turned into crocheting in the living room on the couch and losing my hooks in the couch, and the cat's getting a hold of my yarn, and Duncan jumping up and messing up what I'm doing, the yarn staying on the coffee table and looking cluttered. I want to keep it all to this room and this room only. So that is a big, for me, that's a big personal goal and a big thing, honestly, even for Gunner. Gunner's like, I'm tired of you crocheting in the living room. Like, I understand that, but I had nowhere to do it. Now that my office is rearranged the way I like it, I have more room in here to work, and it's more organized. It's definitely more organized. I spent a whole day in here organizing. I feel like I could be more productive in here when it comes to crochet. I want to start a book club. Not a personal book club myself, unless anyone is interested in doing a book club, then let me know and we could start a book club. But I would like to start some type of book club, whether it be online or we just like chat in a forum, or one that's local. I would love to start a book club. I feel like that would help me with my reading goals for sure. Maybe it branch out into some new genres for sure. Book club. So if anyone knows of a book club around here, remember, the Ohio Valley tri-state area, let me know, because I'm absolutely interested in joining. I also want to get a passport. I feel like at 32 years old, I should have a passport, but I don't. And I just feel like it's an adult thing to do, is to get one. So my plan for this year is to get one. I also have to renew my driver's license this year, so I'm going to do a federal ID driver's license. I know that's not like a big goal because I have to do it anyways, but making sure that I have all the right documents to become, to have it be a federal ID license would be pretty substantial. I feel like that's an adult thing to do. It's time to be an adult. And then my last one is to plan weekly menus for dinner. Gunnar and I have been running out of things to make for dinner, especially now that I'm a vegetarian. It's just, I can't eat salad every day. I can't eat a salad every day. I can't eat only vegetables every day. I also need to find new forms of protein now that I am not eating meat. So I feel like weekly menus, even just scrolling on Pinterest and finding something new, is going to help us with that funk that we've been in when it comes to dinner for sure. I hope you all enjoyed watching my 2025 goals. Make sure you comment below if you have any 2025 goals that you would like to achieve, that you would like to share with everyone. So comment those, comment the paint color I should do, comment any book clubs, and then you know what, for a fourth comment a video idea that you would like to see from me in 2025. I hope you all have a very, very, very nice New Year's, and I can't wait to see you all in 2025. Peace out. Why am I waving? Oh, what the heck?